Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Now if you watched the last episode, you'll know that we finished the Dark Castle area, we recovered a gem from the necromancer who lived there, we've got a few more powers, and we've moved on to, after a couple of side quests, we've moved on to this new area. Now the Dark Castle is where the early access content ended, so when it was in early access I did play through that probably 2 or 3 times. I have played the main campaign once since it came out around a year ago, but now we're past that early access point. I'm kind of I don't really remember any of this, so it's just as new for me as it is presumably for some of you. So we're just going to, you know, explore it together and find out what's here. Now we've come along a river. We've got a big waterfall here that's going down into this chasm, this canyon. We can see that there's some ancient ruins on the other side. There's a graveyard there. Can't see any enemies at this time, so we'll just, you know, proceed along. I think we have to go up here. It's looking a little bit like this could be some combat coming up. We've got some skulls hanging there. We've got a little house here with some stones or skulls or something. In fact, I think they probably are skulls. Yep, on top of the roof there, so not exactly a friendly welcome. And in fact, we're straight into combat here. See, there's a goblin up there. He's probably the one who spotted us. Now, Marceli's got spider climb, which means she can probably get right up in his face immediately here. I think we can attack on that diagonal. And we can. So we'll just do that.
Wait till the next one.
Doing a decent bit of damage with each attack. I mean, I'm looking forward to crafting slightly better weapons for her because, you know, she gets 3 attacks, she does a decent amount of damage, but I think once we have a better weapon, you know, we could be hopefully killing enemies like that in the one turn. So it's so boring now. He hasn't really got much he can do, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dash him up. And just hopefully act as a bit of a target for this goblin around the corner here. There's actually a tiger drake up there in the fog of war that's just been revealed. But he's basically our tank, so we want enemies to come and get close to him and get attacked. So he succeeded on the poison. Oh, okay, he succeeded on the throw, but he did take a bit of poison damage. Yeah, I think if we come here. In fact, it's this goblin's go next, so what we might try and do is maybe if we did something like a scorching ray, do one on him, and then the rest on this tiger drake. Wasn't quite enough for him, unfortunately. Did get the tiger drake down quite low, though. He's actually running away. I thought he might attack our ranger. I think he's had enough. It's Fluffy's turn. Yeah, so I bring Fluffy here. He can actually see that goblin who just ran away. We don't probably need to do very much damage on him, like just a little bit. So let's try it with our Sacred Flame cantrip. Let me just see if we can land a hit on him. No, he's saved quite comfortably, so he's still there. Another goblin there. He tried to jump that gap between the buildings, but he obviously failed his acrobatics or athletics check and has just fallen over. So it's going to be a round before he can get back up and attack us, but Saboring's going to take a bit of heat here. Nothing he can't handle, though. The tiger drake's come up here. In fact, it's all the better for us. You know, we don't have to chase him round.
You'll die like the rest.
Right, they got quite a lot of health. So we've only got him down to 14 out of 39. Have to end it there. Now what's the boring guy? He's got 2 attacks, so I think maybe we'll first of all try and finish off this tiger drake. Don't need to smite, I don't think. Yeah, it's dead. And then we've got this goblin cutthroat. It's like another hit. Let's smite. Let's see if we can how much damage we can do. And then slightly disappointing 13 is the answer. Right, so I'll wizard again. We've still got this goblin over here. It'd be quite nice to at least get 1 hit on. If I come here, yeah, if I come here I can see all the enemies that are left. So we'll do that. And maybe we'll try another scorching ray. I'll do 1 on him. And we'll do the rest on this goblin, I think. Wow, that must have been a crit. We did 20 damage on that one that only had a couple of hit points left. So It's a slight overkill. Who's acting first? There's actually another... Oh yeah, the goblin that fell over. He's still here. Okay. Let's do a guiding bolt on this tiger drake. It's got 14 health, so a level 1 could kill it if it rolls decently high. Yeah, 17, so he's dead. And then we'll just bring Fluffy forward a little bit. To there. He's had enough as well, he's running away. So we've got Marseille. And I'm tempted to come up here and we'll do a couple of bow attacks, I think. So we can put a hunter's mark on this one that's at full health. And then we'll try and attack this one that's on lower health. And that's a crit, so 14 damage there is enough to kill him. And it's not... It is saying he's in half cover, and I don't know if that's a chance to hit or a damage reduction on the cover. I think it might be damage reduction. But we do 11 damage anyway, that's alright. Now, so boring. If you can get here... I do have a few ranged options. If we go into our spells list, we've got Scorching Ray, we've got Burning Hands, but I think we're going to be he's too far away for that. Or we could do, if we go into use power, we can do our Channel Divinity to set him on fire. So let's do that. Did a good amount, it's 15 damage, he's on fire, he's probably down to 3 or 4, 5 sort of hit points left maybe. So I'm almost tempted just to let that take its course, but we'll do a fire bolt. Like, we won't use a spell slot, we'll just do our cantrip on him. He is behind cover, and we miss, yeah. But it's Fluffy's turn now. So again, he's the last enemy, he's almost dead. I don't think we'll waste a spell slot. Let's just try that cantrip again. He fails it this time, so actually we did 14 damage on that.
What were these goblins doing here?
They were probably attracted by something.
If you can land that Sacred Flame cantrip, it actually can do a decent amount of damage. The thing is that... Hang on, let's leave most of them down here. We'll take Marseille up. She can spider climb up this sort of ruined wall here. Yeah, I was just saying the trick of that is to actually land the attack, though. That's the sort of fly in the ointment. In my experience, it seems to be maybe a 50% chance at best for them to fail the roll. Not sure what check it was. It's a dexterity save. So actually, you'd expect something like the goblins to actually have quite good dexterity. He got it's a DC 16 and he rolled 13 with a 9. So if the most he could roll to take full damage is what, a 12 is it? Something like that. Got some +1 arrows, so we will add those to our stack there. And we're just going to move on to the next area here. In fact, it looks a little bit like the village those goblins were living in. Got little leather things up and little houses and stuff.
This is where they come from.
It does look like where they come from. Well, can we go into this back area? It doesn't look like we can, so if we come around here, we'll take the outside route. We'll just try and hit the edges of the map when we're exploring. Just coming down here. Looks like another possible combat arena coming up. Lots of ruins and walls and vantage points, and in fact, yeah, combat begins. Quite a big fight this time, much bigger. We do know these goblin cutthroats have 33 hit points now. We know these are goblin shaman, a couple of those, but we don't know how much health they have. Marseille's first. She can't get close to them, but what I might do is I might bring her up a little bit and then switch back to our bow, and we'll also put on this hunter's mark that we can. I'll think about which one to target. Now the shaman's there, but he's sort of behind some cover. This one isn't. We can hit that one who's sort of open as well. In fact, this shaman over here is in the open, so we're going to attack him. It's not bad, 14 damage. How is he looking? You know, it's pretty good. I mean, more than half his health, so another successful hit, and you'd hope that we might be able to just kill him immediately.
win again.
There he goes. Now she's done that, we'll actually bring her down a little bit further. We want her to sort of hitting 3 attacks with her swords, ideally. Boring here. I think with him I'm just going to dash him in a bit as well. Now we probably will be taking some attacks, so with our bonus action I might actually cast the Shield of Faith. We're at 19 armor class now. If we cast this on ourselves, we can see that we've come up to 21 AC, so it's going to be that bit harder to land an attack on him, and I'm hoping it's going to be a bit of a target for their ranged and magic attacks. In fact, that one attacked Marseille, but did critical fail the attack. They've come straight into attack, and again they're going to go for Marseille. I mean, which makes sense from the AI's point of view. She does have less health. No, she's got the same health, but she does have less armor class, I think. And again, ranged attack. They can actually crit and do, what's that, 7 damage? So she's taking a few hits there. She's still doing okay, but, you know, we want to finish them off quite quickly here, I think. So we're going to bring Fluffy over. A quick look at how far he can cast Guiding Bolt. Look at that, actually. Just had a thought, he does have a Fireball. And they're kind of grouped, so I don't know how far he can cast this. So if he does... Yeah, if he did that, he'd hit a couple of them. So let's just do it. One of them's the Shaman, who has a bit less health. We'll see if they both fail their rolls, so we actually kill both of them. Which is good. It was, yeah, because they have 33 health, and he rolled for 34 damage on that, so that's pretty good. Pleased with that. Our wizard's in a similar position. I won't target these ones that are down here with our melee fighters, because they can take care of those. It's these sort of ranged ones I'll probably look at hitting. So maybe if we did a Scorching Ray, they're too far. If she did a Fireball, is there anywhere we can go? No, they're not close enough. So although I said I wouldn't do this thing, I'm going to just cast a Firebolt at this goblin that's running away. $10 damage, not too bad. Again, they've attempted a sort of a jump there that's meant that they're staggered effectively for the next round. We switch back to our swords, and we'll just hit this one a few times. Might be enough. We roll high. That's a crit, that's good. So he's down to 9 health, and we can certainly do as much as that if we get a good roll. We only do 8. So just as seems to happen sometimes in this game, you're just the enemy's left on 1 hit point. So we're going to waste an attack there just to do that damage. Do 19. So rolled really high on his attack. And we're just going to come over here and engage this goblin as well and do another one. I think we'll be okay. So we're just... Well, he did 18 anyway that time, so that was a nice amount of damage on him. Goblin's running away again. Is he going to go... okay, it's being awkward. He's run all the way over there. Archer misses. Again, we've got Fluffy coming in, and I wonder if he comes here, he can't see... if he comes here, he can see that goblin who ran away. So it seems a bit like bullying, but we are going to attack that one. And we'll just do... Try that Sacred Flame again. If we hit, it should be enough. And this time, he fails as well. So that 14 Radiant, and another dead goblin. Now we're looking at our wizards. So we've got... What have we got? 2 left. One of which is incapacitated. So it's looking pretty straightforward from here, really. In fact, what I think I'll just cast another cantrip, but we'll save the spell slots that we've got, and we'll just, even though it's disadvantage, do a Firebolt on that, and do the 10 damage. He gets up. Probably, I don't know if he gets an attack, it looks like he does. That seems like a miss, and it was. Now Marseille's going. She doesn't have the movement to climb up the column, but she would have enough to come here and shoot at them, perhaps. In fact, which one's got more health? This one, isn't it? But we'll attack this one as he's closer with our bow. 11. He's got 12 left, so we need to do a bit more on this one. Again, the 1 hit point left. Boring can't do much of use here, but if he comes here, one thing he does have is a spell slot on Scorching Ray. So if we do, what do we get? We get 3 projectiles. We'll just do 1 on this goblin on 1 HP, and we'll do the other 2 over there. And he misses that one completely, so he's still on 1 hit point. Oh, that rolled high. Was that a crit? We've got Fluffy. If he's here, you can see this one that's almost dead. So again, we'll use our Sacred Flame. Oh, he's too far. Can't really get that much closer. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can use our crossbow. In fact, we can. Rolled low though, so somehow this goblin with 1 hit point is still going. Can he make it the perfect hat trick of dodges? Bring our wizard up, and what I'll do a magic missile, I think. I'll do 1 on him, and the other 3 there. Finally, his time has come.
Another victory.
Still Marseille, so she'll come over here. I wasn't quite sure if we'd be in range, but so we'll get a bit closer. And we'll target him. And 2 attacks. Only need the 1, so he's done, and that's them all dead, I think. So I'm not going to go around and just search everybody, but if I come and look at this one, maybe with Marseille, she can spider climb, and she should be able to see a few piles, and we will. So we'll take the money, we'll take the scroll.
Okay,
Scrolls.
you're tough.
We'll leave the rest. Now, quick look at this area. We can knock this pillar over, so let's do that now. See what that does. And it's made a little bridge over here. And if we look across here, there's some loot to get. So again, so Boring can do it. We'll ask him to go and jump over here to this bag. Have a look what's in there.
Good arms you got.
Looks like he's flying. Oh, it's got a bit. There's a bit of money. And some reagents, some scrolls. There's actually one of these Manacalon rosaries that we've been using to enchant with. I know we said we don't tend to find them very often, so we've obviously found one there. But yeah, we have crafted a few things, so I'm pleased that we found it when we did, when we bought it when we did. I think when I pressed Alt, I could see there was a little chest down here to search, so we're going to have a look at that. Now they're waiting for Boring. What's he doing? Is he going to jump in there from there? Okay. So, what have we found? We've got a holy symbol. Looks like an antique thing. Now, this actually has the tag for quest. That seems to be a quest item. It bears some symbols. It's got a cloud, a wave, and a flame. That might be important. We've got a journal written by someone called Mtan Darwaz, which a page from a journal found in the monastery. So we've been told this is a monastery. And a small box. So we'll loot all those, and we'll have a quick read of this journal first. There's a bit of text, so bear with me, I'll read it out. It has now been 1 week since we were transported to this wretched place. I think the gods have abandoned us. Of our monastery, the only building missing is the temple and its 2 resident priests. In its place, we have this weird construction, just out of reach of the pier, which we can't even enter. All the survivors are scared. They're turning to me for comforting words, but I'm only a novice, not yet ready to be a priest. Like them, I'm a refugee who fled Sortar and his vile servant. I do not know where we are, but we are far from home. Our little valley is a small pocket of Tirmar, lost. I don't know where. Strange beasts roam the night, but for some reason they do not dare to enter our valley. I buried my daughter last night. She died as much from despair as from the rockslide and the earthquake. Now I wait for my own end. Traveller, if you read this, say a prayer for our souls, for I cannot. I reject the gods whose folly brought us here. I curse them all. The beasts have grown bolder, but they still avoid our valley. A pity, since I could use the meat. I am surviving on grain and vegetables, but solitude makes for hard labour, and my strength is not what it was. Obviously some time has passed here, it says. It has been 40 years. I am the last one, an old man now. I buried them all, but I could not bring myself to give the last rites. No, the gods left us to rot here, and I refuse to send our souls back to them. Emtan Darwaz, last of the Samblaze Monastery. So someone who obviously had a bit of an unhappy end in this place. There's another sack to loot over here. We'll have a quick check of that. Oh, waiting for boring again. Taking the scenic route. Got some gems, standard weapons, lots of money, so we'll take those. Now we have a graveyard here, and all the graves are interactable. So we'll have a quick click on these and see they've got some names and some dates. I don't know if they'll be relevant at some point. It seems sort of modern dates, isn't it? This sort of 1940 to 2012 sort of thing. It's not a very fantasy type number, is it? This person born in the 80s, probably a fan of you know, new romance and people like that, styles like that. Yeah. Again, just all these names and dates. So that was Emtan Darwaz. So he was the person who wrote the journal, and it said he was born in 1980, but didn't have a death date. So whether he's dead and not buried there, I don't know, or if he was the last one, he may not have bothered putting his death date on his own tombstone before burying himself. So we'll see what that transpires to be. Arel Darwaz. So this is possibly his maybe wife, born in 85, and this one. Yeah, this one is Shellan Darwaz, it says here, who died in 2003 to 2015. So, you know, died at the age of 12 by the sound of it. Let's come down into this area. I don't think there was anything in this sort of back area near the river, but if we come down into this area, we can see there is a crate down here to search, so we'll do that. And what have we got? Oh, yes, this is good. We've got a primed greatsword, which we were hoping to get because we're trying to craft something with that. We've got a primed great axe. We've just crafted a great axe, so that's okay. We've got a relic here to give to the factions. We've got some recipes. The Doomblade greatsword. I think we already know this one. Lightbringer greatsword, greatsword of acuteness. That's a +1. A Stormblade great axe and a great axe of sharpness. So let's loot all of those. We'll have a quick look at these recipes. Yeah, so we know the Doomblade greatsword recipe. We don't know the Lightbringer one, so we'll do that. We need a Stardust. We don't have any of that. Greatsword of acuteness. That's just the +1, so we probably won't do that one. And I think we know both of these. Yeah, so let's drop that basic weapon while we're here. And that greatsword, in fact. So we'll reorder that. And if I go to our crafting tab, we'll see there's a few things that we can build. We can do the greatsword of acuteness, which again is the +1. Not so interested in that, but we do have this Doomblade greatsword, which we've kind of been holding out for, because it does this 2d6 damage, but it also does this 1d6 necrotic damage per turn, in fact. So, you know, you do this, and then the enemy takes 1d6 necrotic damage on every subsequent turn. Now, I don't know if that's something that you reapply and stacks, maybe. Maybe assume not. But even so, that's some quite good damage over time. And this is what we're currently using, this Great Axe of Sharpness, which is a +2. So again, the 1d12 or 2d6 is kind of the same, more or less the same thing, isn't it? And that's a +2. The one thing that slightly confuses me here, though, is the value. This values the axe at 3,370, whereas if we look at the Doomblade Greatsword, I noticed that it was sort of less than half of that in value. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe because although it does this damage over time, it's not technically a +1 or +2 weapon. So I don't know if that's a factor in that. But we're going to get that started, because I think if we'll give it a go, and we've got our axe, and we'll try it out and see which one we are going to prefer to use. Now let's go over here, because I noticed there was a little thing to push over here. Oh, hang on. Something's happening.
That's the only Solastan building in the neighborhood. That must be it.
Better be sure.
Yeah, so as we've moved over here, we'll come back down here to move this block. But as we know, we're here to try and find another gem for our crowns. They've deduced that it's probably in this building over here. Money, reagents, bit of food. We'll take all of that. Let's keep coming around this way. So if we look at this building, I actually noticed that I'm holding down Alt, but we see that this door is not interact. You can't interact with it. So if we come and click on this thing that we can interact with.
It looks like a pattern that needs to be reproduced in some
So
way.
we've got a new objective. Wait for the moon. There seems to be some kind of puzzle in order to get through the door. And if we look down here, we can actually see there's a campfire. Now, we're still a ways off levelling, but it appears like the campfire's there to perhaps pass the time if you need to, because it's only 2 PM at the moment, and they've hinted that we need to wait for the dark. Just going to have a quick look here and see if there's anything in these. Which obviously would be quite boring to do if you couldn't speed up time in some way. I know we're called Boring Dad Gaming. We're not quite that boring that we're going to sit here for 8 hours waiting for night to fall. Oh, we've run into a couple of enemies here, a couple of Minotaurs. So let's get this done first. I'm just exploring these other areas before we sort of camp down for the night, just to see if there's other stuff, and there was. So we've got Leodina and Boring to go before the first Minotaur, which is this closest one. So we'll concentrate on him just for the moment. Well, we know we're going to rest soon, so actually I can use all my strongest spells really here. And if I do something like that, I think we'll hit both Minotaurs. Looks like they both fail. They do, so that's 29 fire damage straight off, which is good. It's Boring's turn. Now if I'm trying to decide where this Minotaur's more likely to come up. I think he's going to come up around the back, isn't he? But we'll go here for now. And I'm doing the armor class thing at the moment. I'm tempted to put the damage spell on here. Yes, we don't mind losing our armor class to do some more damage. And if we connect, we will smite as well, because I suspect these Minotaurs can probably do a fair bit of damage. So we'll do a level 2 smite on this close one. Do 32 damage. So he's almost down. I think another hit might be enough here. In fact, we crit, then we'll pass. We do 28 on that, and that's the first Minotaur dead. And now that we actually have some more movement, what I think I'll do is I'm just going to come and get him engaged in melee so he can't come up and attack our other characters. So before we got our bow out, I think what I'm tempted to do here, I'm going to put the hunter's mark on the Minotaur, and I'm going to... I think I have to do it within the inventory, so I'll go into my inventory, and I'm going to switch to our +1 arrows. And we're going to attack with that. And we crit, and we do 20 damage, which is pretty good. And do we miss? No, we actually hit again, we do 11. So he's looking pretty unhealthy already. And if Fluffy comes up, we won't Sacred Flame it. What was it? It was a dexterity saving throw, isn't it, for Sacred Flame? And it's possible that Minotaurs aren't that dexterous. So we'll give it a go with the cantrip. And he does fail, so he takes 10 damage from that, which is alright. It could be more now. What's this? Reckless. I can't read it while this is up. We will attack on an area of attack of opportunity. Don't think we need to smite though, and it's enough to kill him. So we'll look, see what that Reckless might be, in case we come across them in the future. The creature performs melee attacks with advantage on its turn. But when doing that, attacks against it also have advantage. Okay, so it's a bit of a double-sided sword there, double-sided blade. He's dropped basic great axe and some jewels, and so we'll take those. And there's a chest over here also. What have we got? We've got a letter of some kind, a scroll. Looks like just some standard armor. It is worth 400 though, which seems a lot. So I might just do a detect magic on that, just in case it's something good. Imperial Mage Report. I don't know. I don't think that was anything that is related to us. So we'll come out of here and we'll do a quick detect magic. Just in case that breastplate was something good. Do an identify. What is it? No, it's a standard breastplate that for some reason is worth 400 gold, which is quite a lot. As I've got the spell open, I'm just going to identify this strength potion that we've had in our backpacks for a while. Let's see what that is. That's a potion of Frost Giant strength. So how much does that do? Because on boring at the moment, we've got this Hill Giant strength potion, which is worth 21, and this Frost Giant strength potion is worth 23. So we'll do that. If we ever need to use it, it's just that bit more effective. Oh, we'll select the whole party again. Don't want her wandering off on her own. Let's have a quick go around, just see if there's anything else of particular interest in this area. And we've just come back to the campfire, so these almost look like stairs. I can't click on them though, so they're just, that's the edge of the map really, isn't it? So we will rest. It's 2:30, so I think you rest for... hang on. You've already performed a long rest. Would you like to wait until the start of a new day? Okay, well, we'll see where we end up on this. So, I've waited for the moon, but it's possible by the time we wake up that it won't be dark anymore. But we'll see. I think it says... Oh, it's 9 AM. Alright. So that didn't go quite as planned, but I think up here I did notice as well that there's this bench. I think if we wait on this bench... I mean, it was worth resting just to recover spell slots and health and all of that stuff. So, but if we rest on this bench, I think we can choose to wait till night. There we are. So it's night time now. Let's click on this thing again. What did that do? It did nothing. Zoom in a bit closer. There's some... Okay, so what have we got? It looks a bit like a... On the top we've got fragments of a symbol of some kind that look as if they're part of the same symbol. And it looks to me like we can combine these two symbols to make one.
Look,
There we go.
it works.
Pretty simple. In fact, it was the symbol that was on the sort of plate in front of the door.
Who art thou?
Old
Kythaela.
Elvish?
We are friends, my lady.
The Master sent you?
Which master?
How dare you?
Dare what? Come outside and look around.
But it's impossible. Where am I?
It's called the Badlands.
No. I was in the Erelai, the heart of the Empire. I must find the Master. Kythaela. My name is the Shield. No. My name is Kythaela of the Shield. Whatever the Shield might be.
So that's kind of just repeating his Witch Master question.
Which
it would be nice
master
to know
are
who
you
she's talking about.
The Master of... I can't remember.
What does it mean?
Erelai? The heart of the Empire?
Yes. This tower was in the Erelai. A haven of peace.
Something about a shield?
What is this shield you're talking about?
The shield is the Master, and the Master is the shield. But tell me, what happened?
1,000 years ago, the Cataclysm ravaged the Empire.
Cataclysm?
My lady, what is the last thing you remember?
I don't remember any cataclysm. I remember a large room. People speaking about a rift. A great threat to the Empire. Strange creatures with strange powers.
We'll probably ask both of these, so let's just do this one
Strange
first.
creatures. Yes, the Sorax, of course.
No. They were called humans. Strange beings. With magic that was not arcane.
Fascinating. You witnessed a council of war. Can you recall anything else?
One of the beings was wearing this crown, scintillating with gems. They called him Magister, with the utmost respect. But you are not him. Where did you find this crown?
Scintillating with gems, you say?
Yes. The crown was set with 8 large gems.
We found this crown in another part of the Badlands.
There are no Badlands.
Oh, just look outside, lady. The Badlands are real. And we had to fight Sorax to get the crown.
Sorax?
The scourge of humanity. They ran the humans out of Tiamat and came here to finish the job.
The humans weren't the enemy?
No, they were refugees fleeing the Sorax.
Refugees? Eager to join the enlightenment of the Empire?
Slavery isn't enlightenment. Those days died with the Empire.
Silence, wretch! The Empire can't be dead!
The Empire died with the Cataclysm, and even if it galls me to admit it, it saved Solasta from a horrible fate.
Their combined forces assaulted the rift.
There was mention of the rift in the Aeons.
They managed to close it, but triggered the Cataclysm, ushering in a dark age.
The Dark Age. Those Badlands you mentioned.
Yes, 1,000 years of rebuilding after near extinction.
It can't be! I still feel the Master, and I must find him.
Times have changed since you last traveled in the Empire.
Still, I feel the pull.
The pull?
Yes. A pull to get to the Copper Veil of Remembrance. Take me there at once, and I shall name you favored servants.
The Copper Veil of Remembrance?
Yes. A fortress and place of rest for fallen heroes. Roughly in this direction.
Copper? Fortress? Sounds like the Vale of Coparann.
We are no one's servants, favored or otherwise.
Traveling companions, then. You can tell me of this cataclysm on our journey.
You seem very certain that we'll go with you.
Of course. You wouldn't let a lady cross those Badlands alone, surely. The pull. Master, I'm coming.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at the map. We've got a few things that we left. There's a couple of Oh, okay. There's actually a chest on this side we didn't get to. Just having a quick look around the map. It feels like we've done this area now. I don't think there was anything we didn't cover here. So let's quickly go and do this chest that we missed first time. Which is... Where is it? Ah, it's here. Okay. Let's come here. We've got someone else coming around with us now. This Kythaela character, who is a critical character of the story, so we can't let her die. Quickly search this body, bit of money. Take that. Now we'll just take Marseille up here because I feel like they probably want to take quite a long route round this. So we'll just nip up there with our spider climb boots, which I'm very much enjoying. We've got some money. Got some reagents. We'll take a locket. A recipe for some poison bolts, which we don't already know. We'll push this down. I think all this will do is just open up a sort of a shortcut for people who want to jump across from there. We don't need to. So in fact, what we'll do, now that we finish this area, we need to exit in the same place, I think. So if we can just do a fast travel up to this cliff, we'll skip past all of that, and we'll go up to the next area. It says find the Copper Veil of Remembrance. I'm not quite sure how we do that, so we'll go onto the world map first of all. Ah, and we can see that's just up here. And if we click on that to travel, like so, it's only 2 days. So we'll do that now. We've only recently long rested, so we don't need to worry too much about being attacked en route. In fact, we seem to be resting immediately. Game event, Ashes of Manacalon. As you travel through the Badlands towards Coparann, Kythaela asks you to stop near an old ruin. Okay. We can do that. Here we are. again, I've absolutely no memory of this area whatsoever.
Yes. This is the place.
What do you mean?
But it's impossible.
How do you feel?
I propose we set up camp and get some rest.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I must find the master.
Shouldn't we go to Coparann?
I say we go.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what they decided, but we are going to explore this area. I can already see there's a
No
chest down there.
This travel is exhausting.
Okay, there's an exit to another area up there. Let's see if maybe Marceli can just nip down there with her spider climb. Switch to swords. And she can. That's so useful, those
Damn,
things.
a trap.
Seen a trap, but that's okay. She's the one to disarm it anyway. You can okay. And that seems to trigger a battle. Now, where are these so-called orcs? Ah, okay. They seem to be between us and the exit. So Marceli's actually acting first. I would quite like to keep searching this chest. There must be something in there. And there was. We've got the blood of Solasta, which we've been looking for ages. It's that's we can. I'm going to have a quick look at it. In fact, even though we're in battle, I can't. But one of these recipes I was really keen to do requires a blood of Solasta. So that's, which one was it? White burn. That's it. That's the one we're trying to craft, because that does... I click on it there. It does your, your short sword damage, the 1d6 piercing, but also it does 1d6 acid damage, and is a +1 weapon. So I really want to be able to craft that for our... I was going to say wizard. I don't know why we haven't started the Doomblade yet. It might just be because we've got the wrong character selected. Excellent. So I'm really pleased we did that. So with her, we'll, I guess, just dash up. Must have taken an action to loot that chest. Is there anything we can really do? We'll apply a hunter's mark to the Orc Chieftain.
Natura, Divo, Malmis.
It's just about all we can do. It's our wizard's turn, and I think you'll notice all these enemies are quite nicely bunched together, so I think no prizes for guessing what we're going to do here. We're going to do a fireball. Ooh, is it because it's slightly above where we are? That seems a bit mean. Ooh, okay. If I target here, we can actually hit all those orcs.
Arcana Evo Malmi.
Boom.
Another victory.
3 failures. 2 of them are dead, and I think the chieftain took a bit of damage, and this unknown creature here has taken quite a bit of damage. That was well worth doing. Then we got boring. We're going to be resting on the journey, so I think we can safely sort of use our big abilities, really. I'm going to put all 3 onto this unknown creature. I'd really like to finish him off and just have that chieftain left.
No quarter
Do that. Excellent. Kythaela, who does have some spells, kind of. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep her back. We won't need her. We've got Fluffy here, who makes the jump and is going to cast a big... Oh, we've got another fireball. Don't need it though. We're going to cast it maybe a level 3 guiding bolt and then see what we can do with this chieftain.
Evil Malmis.
Only 15, which is a shame. I mean, we must have rolled quite 3 1s on those dice, which is annoying. So he does get to go. That's a miss. Probably gets a couple more. Another miss. Oh, okay, just the 2 attacks. So, yeah, we're just going to attack him.
You'll die like the rest.
We've got the Hunter's Mark on, so we're doing a little bit of bonus damage to him through that. And 1 more for luck. There he goes. Some XP. I'll search them. Bit of money. Now, I'm quickly going to look at that crafting screen again and see what's going on with that. Ah, yeah, so we are crafting the Great Sword. We've done 15 out of 24 checks, so probably our next long rest we'll probably craft that. And then we'll get started on Whiteburn, which I'm quite excited about. It's a good find, that Blood of Solasta. What have we got? We've got a bit more money. Potion. Bit of gold. Let's move on. I was going to say no for now. I just wondered, was there anything on this side of the river? I don't think there was. Let's have a quick look at the map, see if there's anything we didn't find. No. Quite a simple area, really. Oh, do I need to come all the way out? I'll go back in. Oh. Okay, she's stopping again to go into an old Imperial prison. I think we'll carry on. I was going to say we'll get to the, the Vale of Coparann and then stop, but we've got a couple of bit of sidetracking, obviously.
About this.
Where am I?
Are you kidding me?
I must find the Master.
Are you okay?
Yes.
We just want to help.
She is crazy.
Damn right. Let's get on with it.
Okay, so she's... His escort mission is turning into quite the wild goose chase by the look of it. Another chest here. We know what happens the last time we searched a chest. We got attacked. So what I might quickly do is do our sparkle spell. I'm going to light up these 3 torches that are here, just in case we need the light. And then we'll click on the chest. And this time we've got emerald, what looks like a magic quarterstaff, and a primed scimitar. I don't think we have any scimitar recipes just at the moment. We might do. Let's go into our crafting screen and have a look. Oh well, we can't tell while we're crafting that thing. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Just came in and got we'll identify, although she doesn't really do melee attacks, we will identify the quarterstaff, and we'll, if it's magical, we'll equip it. And I expect it is. Who's got it? This over here, isn't it? There's a +1, so we will equip that, even though we don't really use melee on her. You never know. We'll switch back to our normal arrows as well while we're here. And there we go. Now hopefully we can get to our destination this time. Oh goodness. Oh okay, she's actually... Oh okay, okay. I think I see what's happened, so... Although have we... I don't know. I don't know if we've been to these Temerian ruins and thing that she's found. We've come across a caravan. Right, so we're in this area. We're looking for a caravan. Somewhere. There's something up here, there's some columns to push over. Looks like a bit of a bigger area than the last couple she's taken us to. Ooh. Okay, there's the travelling merchant. Let's go up and speak to them. They might sell something good.
No time to chat, sorry.
Okay. Are they all going to say that?
You want to buy something? Ask Galar.
Galar, okay.
I'm busy. Go see Galar.
Right, okay, I think we need to find a name. There we go, Galar Golden Tongue over here. Got a little campsite. Oh, there's a couple of hostiles over here. And a Dark Weaver. Don't think we've seen a Dark Weaver. Who are they? Someone who's hit us already with an arrow. Okay, I've just noticed Kythaela doesn't have very many hit points, so I'm hoping they're not going to target her. So we've got a campfire here. Maybe we'll just use our most powerful abilities and see what we can do with those. Can I get in a lightning bolt position with these two? I'm determined to use a good lightning bolt. I think I can get here. And if I'm here, let's see what we can do. We're going to zap both of them. Both failed. Both took 38 damage. Not bad. Now Boring's going to come up, and I'll position in between the two. So I'll keep them both tied there, and we'll attack this one. Now we will smite.
I win again.
That's a kill. And if we can do the same thing over here, I'd be quite happy. Yeah. That's good. I don't really want to mess around here, to be honest. We just want to kill them and get on, I think. So Kythaela, again, I'm just going to bring you around here and hide. I don't want her dying and having to redo anything. I've got my Saily. She can't get that close, so we'll get over here and we'll maybe do a bow attack. Again, I'd really like to get her armed with a magical bow at some point.
Natura Evo Malmis.
We don't know how much health he's got. Probably a decent bit, looking at that.
You'll die like the rest.
Okay, so it's going to take a bit more effort to get him down much further. Can't see him there. Looks like Fluffy can't even see him, so we'll dash him up in that case and just get him a bit closer. Looks like I was going to say that looks like a hit, and it was. Right. Now I'm sure we won't be able to hit him with a spell from here either. No. So again, I think we'll just have to dash up. I think it's these crates and carts and barrels and stuff that are getting in our way. Boring will dash as well. Okay. Kythaela, you can stay there. And then Marsaili, we can actually get closer, so I think we will engage you in melee this time. We still have the Hunter's Mark, so we're still going to be doing that bonus damage, and we get a crit as well.
Formidable.
I think it must be a rogue character. Did you see that uncanny dodge? Which means he halves the damage. And I don't know if that's something he does on every attack. Doesn't look like it.
You have them now.
So we're starting to work on him a little bit now. Fluffy, what we need to do, I think, is bring him about here, and we should be able to use a spell. We'll use a high level, we'll use level 3 Guiding Bolt. Can't see him. Okay, we can bring Fluffy around a bit more here.
Misaye, Evo, Mount.
Again, only the 15 damage, so even though we rolled at level 3, we rolled quite low on the damage, so he gets another attack. Just the 7 damage, and how many? That's a crit, so he's going to do a bit more. Marsaili's starting to get down a little bit now. There's 3 solid attacks on her. She's down nearly to half health. We'll attack him as he tries to run past, though. Again, that uncanny dodge. He's going to be a tricksy one, isn't he? So I think we want to just obliterate this guy, don't we? What have we got? And we're going to rest. We're going to rest in this area, so we're going to zap him with all we've got. Blam. He fails. So possibly a bit of overkill, but he'd annoyed me, so... yeah, there's a bit of revenge in that.
A timely arrival. Many thanks for your help.
Clear skies, friend. What's going on here?
Those fellows joined my caravan at Coparann. A couple of hours ago, this man stumbled on our path, almost dead. No healing could help him, so I put him in a tent. And I was about to send word to Coparann.
Coparann? That's where we're going.
Then perhaps you could do me a favor.
A favor?
Of course, I'll see that you're rewarded.
Almost dead? Sick?
No, wounded. Deep wounds. Ripped open, as if by sharp claws. We found him near the road. It looked like he had crawled there.
Claw wounds? And no healing could help him?
That's right. The wounds were oozing. It's a wonder he was still alive.
Why send word?
Because this man was a corporal on the Coparann watch.
You want us to take word of his death to Coparann?
Yes. Take this note and his personal effects to Sergeant Nikkanen. Have him countersign the note, then see my agent. He is the owner of the general store.
Alright, so the guy they found is actually dead
Some
then.
rest and share our camp. We can even sell you some equipment.
Many thanks for your hospitality.
Okay. So we will end the episode here. I thought we'd get to this Coparann area, but I think what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at the merchants here. Maybe we can loot the characters, the enemies that we just killed. Then we'll rest, and then we'll probably call it a day there. So let's just run through this stuff quickly. Not much there. We're going to have a look at this Dark Weaver. He was quite a tough enemy, wasn't he? So he might have something good on him. He died over here, didn't we? And actually, I don't think he left any loot, a bit annoyingly. Never mind. I still don't think those characters will speak to us. So we'll just speak to this Galar Golden Tongue and see what he's got in his stock. Let's have a look. Some basic weapons. He's got quite a bit, so let's break it down by category. So he's got some basic weapons. And some flaming arrows. It's okay. In terms of armour, so these breastplates and half plates, they are actually just worth quite a lot of money, aren't they? We're wearing magic armour already, I think, aren't we? And in fact, we just found some too, so I might have a quick look at those. Because we might, if these are better than what we've just found, we might come out and switch to that. Not much in the way of magical stuff. We don't need a wand of identify, we can do that anyway. Nothing much there, not much there. So I think what we'll do, we'll come back out. Because we found this magic armour that I've forgotten that we found. I think it was on Marseille here, yeah. That's a chainmail +1. Now that is heavy armour. Now we did have this before, but after that episode I was thinking it might have made more sense to equip this heavy chainmail on Boring, who can wear it. He's wearing this half plate +1 is medium armour. So he's on 20 AC just at the moment. If I switch to this, he goes down to 19. But I think we can give this half plate armour to Fluffy, because he's currently still wearing this basic scale mail. His AC is only 18. Or if we switch to this, it goes up to 20 on him. So I think overall, I think that's a net improvement, and we can sell that too. So I think what we'll even do is when we speak to this guy, we'll go back to the armour. We've got Boring here, who's on, what was it, 18 AC, and his armour is set to 17, no dex bonus. So 17 with no dex bonus. Whereas this plate mail set to 18 with no dex bonus. So actually we would get more from that. And the half plate is, I think our dex bonus is 2, so that would be 17, which is the same as what we're wearing. Whereas if we switch this plate, it will go up a bit. And we have the money, so I'm gonna buy that. And I'm going to sell some of our stuff here. These basic great axes and weapons of different kinds. The breastplate we've got. We're going to sell our basic health potion and our scrolls and the recipes that we'd already known. Maybe that letter. This. Okay. That's to, yeah. We can't do, actually, this is a quest item, so we can't sell that. We have an extra Manacalon rosary, so we'll sell that. And the herbalism kit, and the thieves' tools. The reagents we found. There, we'll sell all that stuff. So we actually, it saves us a bit of money on that armor, but we'll do that. And if, can I? No. I was going to say, can I drag that into there and sell that? I could probably sell that from here, in fact. So we'll do that. Marseille's probably got a bit. Some reagents. Locket. Scrolls. That's a relic. Primed stuff, which we want all of that. So we'll sell those. Sell his armor and mace and reagents. Ooh, what's that? Oh, I forgot this. Yeah, she made the Doomblade Greatsword, didn't she? So we won't sell that, but we will sell these bits and pieces. And then we'll come out and we'll give that Greatsword to Boring and equip him with his new armor, is what we'll do. So, new armor there. So he's now up to 20. And we'll send this over there as well. I mean, I'm tempted to keep our shield in this secondary slot, just because if we come across an enemy that's just, you know, really wailing on us, we can switch to that and just have a bit more defense. So what I might do just for now is switch out this great sword with this great axe, and looks nice and meaty, doesn't it? We'll have a go using that and just see how it feels, and then if necessary we'll switch back. I don't know what this small box is. Again, it says it's a quest item, so maybe we'll hang on to that for now. Yeah, so we'll close it there. What I'll probably do is I'll end the video here, but I'll just do, after that I'll just do a long rest, so when we come back we'll be ready to move on into the next area, which I think is a big town called Coparann. So we'll explore there, maybe pick up some more quests, and try and find this master that this, what's her name again? Kythaela is looking for. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you come back next time. If you did enjoy this video, then please do like it and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I will see you next time.